The JoLynn Braley Show, episode 127, How a Poverty Mindset Will Keep You Fat. Hello and welcome. This is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, founder of the Inner Self Diet, weight loss mindset expert, best-selling author, and this is the JoLynn Braley Show. Hey, does it bother you when I use the word fat? Today's topic is how a poverty mindset will keep you fat. And for many folks, they don't like the word fat, but I use it on purpose because if you try to candy coat things and just say that, oh, it's okay that I'm 100 pounds overweight, then how are you ever going to get radically different results in your life? I would rather that you get a little bit shaken up and say, hey, why is JoLynn Braley using the word fat? What is she talking about? That's not politically correct. And then if I could help you to get thinking about yourself, actually it'd be better if you were to tap into your emotions about yourself, about your body, about your binge eating, your emotional eating, about your mindset, and maybe possibly get a paradigm shift so that you can move forward and stop letting your fears and your poverty mindset and anything else that's stopping you from achieving permanent weight loss, if you were able to move forward and move beyond that stuff. Because I tell you what, permanent weight loss is 90% mindset. Yes, it's 90% mindset. And that's really the main focus of the JoLynn Braley Show. So if this is the first time that you've tuned in, what we do here on the JoLynn Braley Show is go beyond the normal everyday talk, which is what to eat, when to eat, how to eat, what kind of exercise to do. Go beyond that and go to the problem, which is why aren't you doing the things that you already have information on what you need to do? Why is it that you have 10 or 20 diet books? Why do you have a gym membership? Why do you have workout equipment? Why do you have workout clothes? But you're still struggling with your overweight. You're still emotionally eating. You're still binge eating. You're still sabotaging yourself. Why is that? Well, it's 90% mindset. And here's how you know you have a mindset problem. When you know what you need to do, but you're not doing it, you've got a mindset problem. That's it right there. So, before we go any further, before I forget, I do have a special bonus for you. Head on over to fearlessfatloss.com/show-bonus. fearlessfatloss.com/show-bonus. And you can opt in there to grab my free 5-day e-course. It'll help you answer the question, is my mindset fit or fat? It will help you discover what's really been stopping you from losing weight for good and also what you can do about it. And once again, you can grab that at fearlessfatloss.com/show-bonus. Okay, now today's topic is how a poverty mindset will keep you fat. And before we get into that, just a little bit more about this topic of mindset. You know, all high achievers know that mindset is the key. There's a reason why all Olympic athletes have mindset coaches. There's a reason why all highly successful people have mindset coaches and have had mindset training. It's the fear. And actually, it's the fear. Oh, yeah, and it's the fear that will keep you fat. And that's all about your mindset. So how do you break out from behind that? Well, I can tell you right now that the quickest and easiest way to do it is to hire a permanent weight loss coach, a stellar permanent weight loss coach who already has the proven step-by-step system, who's already helped all the other people that came before you, and those people already achieved struggle-free, lasting success with their weight, which is the kind of work that I do with my clients in the Inner Self Diet. And in fact, to help you get inspired and to help you know that this really is possible for you, I just talked to one of my clients a couple months ago here in 2015. It was in February 2015. Her name is Holly. I worked with her in 2011, so that was 4 years ago. Her biggest challenge back then is that she could not stop binge eating, and she had been binge eating for over 30 years of her life. Nothing she'd done before had helped her. She'd been on and off in therapy, in and out of therapy for over 7 years. And she was actually quite skeptical before she hired me and before I helped her and coached her through the proven steps of the Inner Self Diet. She enrolled, she did the steps, she released her binge eating. That was back in 2011. She was 20 pounds overweight. She dropped the 20 pounds. I talked to her 4 years later, this February 2015. She said she's still not binge eating and she's kept off the 20 pounds that entire time. So, is it really possible that you could end your unhealthy behaviors and you could drop the fat and keep it off? Absolutely. You have to do the inner work though. That's 90% of the game. There's a reason why all of those diets you've done haven't given you struggle-free, lasting success with your weight. If a diet, a mainstream food diet, were the answer, then why would you have any problem right now? You can get that information at the public library. You can find it online for free. You can go to YouTube. You can find recipes. You can find exercises, workout routines. Then why is there any problem if that's the solution? Well, the reason why you're still struggling is because you haven't done the inner work, the inner self work. And once you heal your inner self, once you get a weight loss mindset, then you're not going to have this problem with the overweight and the overeating any longer. The self-sabotage, the low self-esteem, the low self-confidence, the self-doubts, the insecurities, all of that stuff will be in the past. You can look back at it and say, wow, okay, I'm glad I experienced that. I know it's hard to imagine right now that you could say you're glad you experienced what you're experiencing now. But once you get beyond this, you can look back and say, yep, that was good that I experienced it because I can have compassion for other people who are going through the same thing. And maybe I can be an inspiration to them because they can look at me and say, wow, you used to have this big ass struggle with your weight and now you don't. How did you do it? And you could say, well, I healed my inner self. I did the proven steps at work and I got a weight loss mindset and it's just not a big deal anymore. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for me to live a healthy lifestyle. And just imagine if you could really say that if it were true. Not just say the words, of course, but actually be living it, have the experience. What if you could do that? What exactly would change in your life if you could actually have that result in your life? Because you can see how this food and weight problem that you have, it impacts every area of your life right now. It impacts your bank account because if you're not self-confident and you're insecure and you're always feeling bad in your body and you're wondering if people think you're fat, when you have all that stuff going on, you're not going to go for the business of your dreams. You're not going to go for the career of your dreams. You're not going to go for the promotion. You're not going to go for the next level because you don't feel good about yourself. So this problem impacts your bank account. It impacts your relationships. It impacts your sex life. How much fun is it to get naked and have a wonderful sex life with the lights on if you don't feel good in your own skin? And then what about your spiritual connection? I don't mean religion, but spiritual connection. Just how okay do you feel? How worthy do you feel in this universe when you're walking around most of the time with a body that you don't like and you don't feel good about yourself? You know? And of course, this problem that you've got, it definitely impacts the area of your health and your fitness. That's a given. That's an easy one to see. So today what we're looking at is how a poverty mindset will keep you fat. And first, let's look at what is a poverty mindset. A poverty mindset is a mindset that is based in lack, and limitations and fear. And it's got a lot in common with a fat mindset. A fat mindset is an FAT mindset. It's a mindset grounded in fear attracting thoughts. That's what the FAT is. And when you're living with a fat mindset, you may or may not. The people that I work with in the Inner Self Diet, they aren't having major struggles with money. They're doing good in the area of their life that has to do with their business or their career life. So it's not like they are struggling in all areas. But what happens is once they get a weight loss mindset, their finances increase to a much, much greater level because they feel so much better about themselves and they have increased their level of self-worth and their level of value, their self-value. All of these things are tied together. You think that you have a weight problem, you don't. You have a life problem and you have a mindset problem, and it impacts every single area of your life. So a poverty mindset is based in fear, and it's based in a belief that there's not enough, and it's based in a belief that there's a lack, there's something missing. And what a poverty mindset will do is it tells you that, number one, you must do everything alone. You can't ask for help because you're not worth getting help, or you're not worth investing in yourself to get help. You have to do it all alone. You've got to be a do-it-yourselfer. And this doesn't just apply to the area of your weight. It also applies to many other areas of your life. Just look around your life and see all of the areas where you don't ask others for help. You don't allow the help, and very possibly you are offered help. I'm reminded of one of my awesome clients in the Inner Self Diet. Her name is Laura, and she graduated the Inner Self Diet a few years ago. It might have been 2012, or maybe that was back in 2011 also. I'd have to look up the date she graduated. Anyway, here's the story. She had found me online, and she was getting my regular emails each week and reading about the success stories of my other clients. She read about Dave, how Dave dropped 90 pounds without any struggle, and she was reading about all these other people, and she actually applied for a complimentary weight loss discovery session with me. And that's for people who are serious about putting an end to their food and weight struggles now. It's not for those who just are looking around or curious or looking to try something, because as Yoda says, remember Yoda from Star Wars, do or do not do, there is no try. Now, as you're listening right now, if you already know that you are badass serious about achieving permanent weight loss and doing it from the inside out, hey, you can go over to discovery-session.com and you can start the process there of applying for a complimentary weight loss discovery session with me, where we get on the phone and I find out more about you, find out where you're at, where you want to be, and see if I can even help you, find out if or how I can help you. And there's no guarantee, that you will get a spot in the Inner Self Diet. I have to talk to you first, but you can definitely apply for that. There's a limited number of spots for those discovery sessions. I can only talk to, at the most, three people per week. So if you're serious about doing this and you don't want to let another 6 months go by and have January 2016 be staring you in the face and wondering, why in the hell am I still struggling with my weight? Telling yourself you're going to make a New Year's resolution, knowing that New Year's resolutions don't even work. They've never worked for you before. And you're serious about putting an end to this mess, putting an end to the struggle, the muckmire, that's what I call it. Putting an end to the frustration and the pain and the up and down, back and forth, Should I, shouldn't I? All this stuff with food. You can't stop eating, just on and on and on and on. If you're serious about putting an end to that now, and you're serious about ending the questioning that you ask yourself, why am I so smart and successful but I can't lose weight? All right. So if that's you, then definitely go to discovery-session.com and you can apply for a complimentary call with me. So back to the story about Laura. All right, she did that. She applied for a discovery session. She did not confirm. So we never talked because I don't chase people. I don't hunt people down. Those are not the kind of people that I work with. I work with people who are serious about making change. So when she didn't confirm, and one of my people, I have part-time people working for me right now, and there was no confirmation, so nothing was done. All right, not a big deal. There's no confirmation from the person who applied, and so there was nothing else, no more forward movement. And so I kept going on with my life and helping my clients and doing my work and getting my message out there. And then a year later, the same person, Laura, she comes back and she sends in an email, or maybe she applied again. I don't know what she did, but it came into my office, and what we ended up doing is one of the people on my one of my people that I have working for me part-time, they sent out an email and had her fill out some more questions, something like that, like a survey. Because we had to find out, well, what happened? Why didn't she follow through a year ago? I mean, I could have worked with her and she would have already been struggle-free and ended her struggles and it would have been done, right? So what happened was I did end up getting on the phone with her. It was over a year later. And you know what she said? She said that when she'd applied, it was a year ago at that time, she said that she didn't confirm the appointment because she really thought she could do it all on her own. She thought she could just figure it out on her own and that she could just somehow work it out. And then when we talked, she told me that she was completely wrong and that what had happened was that things had only continued to get worse for her. They didn't even get better. They just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And why was that? She's really smart. Oh, by the way, everything that I'm sharing with you here, it's public knowledge. Laura talks about this publicly. It's in the audio interview that I did with her. You can find that at fearlessfatloss.com. Just go to the testimonials tab and go to the audio testimonials, and Laura's is in there. And so everything I'm sharing with you is totally public knowledge. I'm not sharing anything private. Just want to let you know that. But she was so happy that she stopped holding herself back and stopped holding herself in that place where she was saying, oh, well, I can just do it all alone. Because here's the thing is, if you already knew how to do it, then wouldn't you have already done it? Right? If you already knew how to do it, why would you be listening to my voice right now? What a waste of time that would be. I mean, yeah, I know I can be fun to listen to, and this is great content, and the JoLynn Braley show is great, and yeah, I could say I have some good stories that I could share, but why in the world would you listen to me if you already had permanent weight loss? Why would you listen to me? You wouldn't. The people right now who are living on the planet, who are living struggle-free with food and struggle-free with their body, and they're just living a healthy lifestyle, just going about their life. They enjoy their workouts. They enjoy eating healthy foods. They're not listening to this podcast because they don't need to, and it would be, they're listening to something else. If they're listening to podcasts, they're listening to podcasts about other topics. So what is the point here? All right, the point is that a poverty mindset tells you that you must do everything alone. But if you could do it alone, and if it were easy for you to make weight loss totally struggle free, then why wouldn't you have already done it? Why wouldn't you already have it, right? So a poverty mindset, it stops you from hiring help. It stops you from hiring a stellar permanent weight loss coach who already has the system, already has the steps to guide you through that will help you transform at a core level so that you can get what you want. A poverty mindset also tells you that money's the problem, and it never is the problem. Money is just energy. In fact, you may not know this, but you're going to know it now. Money, sex, and love are all the same energy. Money is just a dial tone on a phone. Money is just a number that you see on a website with your bank. Money is just energy. But a poverty mindset will tell you that money is the reason why you have to keep doing it alone, and you can't hire help, and you don't deserve help, and you better save your pennies because maybe the zombie apocalypse is right around the corner. It's all based in fear. It's all about fear. And if you really, really, really wanted to do something, anything in your life, you would get the money. You would find it. In fact, money is not difficult. If you here's the thing. You can always make more money. You can always make more money. You can always, did I say it already? You can always make more money. What you cannot make more of is lost time, lost opportunity, lost life experiences that you could have been living in your ideal body. And going forward, you will never be able to recoup the days and the weeks and the months and the years that are coming up for you, that you will continue to live in struggle with food and your weight if you don't heal the root of the problem. And what is the root of the problem? It's inside of you. It's about your mindset. It's about your patterns of thought. It's about your inner self programming. It's about your beliefs. Beliefs are huge. If you believe that you have to struggle with your weight, if you believe that you're doomed to be fat, if you believe that weight loss is hard, then you're right about all of that. And you will continue to prove yourself to be right. But then how do you get out of that if you have such limiting, negative, unhealthy beliefs? You have to change them. How do you change them? Do you just say affirmations? No, affirmations actually don't work unless you already have the foundation to use affirmations to reinforce the foundation that you have. And what does that mean? It means that I did a belief change. This is one of the steps of the inner self diet. I did a belief change with a client a couple weeks ago, and she had the belief that I can't do it. Not only I can't lose weight, but I just can't. I can't do it. Everything is too hard. And so that you can see how that would apply to anything in life. But what we did is we did the steps that we needed to do to change that belief. And unfortunately, that's not something that we can cover in a podcast. It does require two-way communication, and it can be different for each person. It depends on how your brain works. And there's also work that leads up to that, just with pen and paper. There's some things that you need to do pen on paper before that belief change is done. But I did that with her, and then we tested it and verified that it was really done and all of that good stuff. And she had the new belief that she could do anything she chose to do, and it was just no big deal anymore. And now that's the belief she has. I can do anything I want whenever I choose to, right? So she's got choice, and it's up to her to choose what she wants to do, and she can do it. And that also includes the fact that there are things that all of us, we're always learning. We're always learning. Always learning. There's always more to learn, ways to improve upon your lifestyle, improve upon all kinds of things. And she has included in that belief that, it's okay to learn new things, and I can do it. I can learn. So what is the point here? After we did that belief change, then I was explaining to her that, hey, now would be a good time to use positive affirmations to enhance and reinforce this new positive, empowering belief that you have that you can do whatever you choose to do. And I explained that when you use affirmations to enhance the beliefs that you already have, then they will work. On the other side, though, the way that most people try to use affirmations is, let's say that you have the belief, like she used to have, that I can't do it, or I can't lose weight, or it's just too hard to do. Or what if you have the belief, I don't have time, or I don't know how, or whatever it is. I don't know what it is for you. But and then let's say that you have this belief of I can't do it, and then you're using affirmations to try to change it. And let's say that the affirmations are I can, or I'm great, or I'm worthy, or whatever affirmations you are using on yourself. Well, what happens is when you have that foundation of the negative belief, and these negative beliefs are also part of, the poverty mindset, which is today's topic, contains many, many, many limiting negative beliefs, and they're not even just about money. It's mainly about a belief in lack and limitation. That's mainly what a poverty mindset is about. It sounds like it's all about money, but it's mainly a belief that there's not enough, and a belief that you can't have what you want. There's not enough to go around, and there's a limitation. There's a limited amount of whatever it is, money, resources, time, and all of those things play into a poverty mindset. But anyway, so let's say that you're trying to change this negative belief with affirmations. When you have that underlying foundation of the negative limiting belief of I can't, or whatever it is, and you're trying to put these positive affirmations on top of it, they just fall off almost like water off of a duck's back, or the rain that runs down your roof. It's very difficult for them to penetrate and change that core limiting belief you have. Now, if you were to stick with it and use your affirmations every day, let's say morning, noon, and night, every day for I don't know how long, 90 days, maybe 6 months, I don't know. But eventually you could make some headway with changing your negative thinking. That is possible. You have to stick with it, though. You have to be extremely consistent, because it's so easy to just slip back into the negative. It's just so much easier to go there, because if you're like most people, you've practiced the negative thinking more than the positive. It's just easier to go there. So it takes a great deal of effort, and it takes time to use affirmations to change your negative beliefs. It's much quicker if you work with a skilled, certified coach who has tools and processes that can help you make quick belief changes. It's just faster. In fact, the quickest and easiest way to get to anywhere in life is to hire somebody who already knows how to help you get there, and they've already helped the others who have come before you. Not just in the area of weight loss, but let's say that you wanted to grow a multi-million-dollar business. Well, it would be a whole lot easier for you to hire a stellar coach, a business coach, who's helped others who have already come before you, and do the steps they say. Now, there is one caveat with that, and this is why I do the type of work that I do in the Inner Self Diet, because the Inner Self Diet is, I don't tell my clients what kind of food to eat, and I also don't tell them what kind of exercise to do. The work that we do in the Inner Self Diet is all about inner game. Because if you don't have your inner game down, if you don't have a weight loss mindset, if you don't have the inner self alignment, then it doesn't matter how many diet books you purchase. It doesn't matter how many physical trainers, how many personal trainers you hire. It doesn't matter how many gym memberships you get. It doesn't matter how many running shoes you buy. you will always sabotage yourself and hold yourself back if you don't have the right mindset, because that fat mindset that's based in fear attracting thoughts just wants to suck you back and hold you in your comfort zone, because that type of mindset thinks that it's safe for you to stay fat, frustrated, and fed up. It's a comfort zone. It doesn't mean that you're going to be happy there, and it doesn't mean that you're going to get the results you want, but that's just what happens with that mindset. So, I keep moving on my office chair here, and it's making all of this noise. It usually doesn't do that. I wonder if you can hear that here on the recording. If you can, that's what that noise is. At least Happy, my Pomeranian, is not screaming like a baby in the background. I have the best little dog. His name is Happy. He's a 7-pound Pomeranian, and I love him so much. And he's actually a big part of my healthy lifestyle. We walk together 5 to 7 days a week, and it's fast. We walk fast. It's not totally nonstop, because we do make little pit stops here and there. He is a dog. He likes to smell the urine piles. That's just what they do. And he wants to smell the dogs that have been there, and then he wants to leave his little, he's 7 pounds. It's not like he can really leave that much there if he pees, right? But we go at a fast pace, and his little leggies really move. If you want to see pictures of him, go to facebook.com/JoLynn Braley fan, FAN. It is time for a commercial break. Today's sponsor of the JoLynn Braley Show is Make Weight Loss Easy and Fun from the Inside Out. 3 easy steps your mama didn't teach you. What is this? What am I talking about? This is a free ebook that I have written, that I have created, and you can grab a copy of it. How do you do that? Just go over to theinnerselfdiet.com, theinnerselfdiet.com/show-bonus. Once again, that's theinnerselfdiet.com/show-bonus, and you can grab my free ebook there. It will give you 3 steps that you can take right now to help you make weight loss easy and fun from the inside out. And it's a good thing. Who doesn't want to make weight loss easy and fun from the inside out? Who doesn't want to do that? Wouldn't it make it a lot easier for you? So once again, you can grab that special ebook, grab your own copy at theinnerselfdiet.com/show-bonus. Okay, it's time to give shout outs today on the JoLynn Braley Show. What is a shout out? A shout out is simply saying hello, saying thank you, acknowledging the newest people who have liked the JoLynnBraleyShow.com. If you go to the JoLynnBraleyShow.com, you will end up on the show's Facebook page, and all you have to do is like the page, and each week I give a shout out to the new people who have liked the page. It's just really easy, it's fun, and we just use your first name. And the latest one that I've seen over there is Dennis. Thank you, Dennis. Hello to Dennis. Giving a shout out to Dennis just to say thanks for liking the show, thanks for liking the page. And hey, for all of you who are listening, this is nothing to be afraid of. There's no need to have FAT, fear attracting thoughts, about it. If you want to get a shout out from me, just like the show's Facebook page. Once again, you can find that at the JoLynnBraleyShow.com. And when you like the page, I'll give you a shout out on the show. And after you like the page, please leave a comment and tell me what topics you'd like to hear me talk about here on the JoLynn Braley Show, because that would be a good thing. That would be something helpful, and then you can hear your topics covered. Hopefully, I mean, they need to be relevant to what we're talking about here. If you say that you'd like to hear me talk about the best car to buy to go to drive cross country, well, that's not really a good fit for the JoLynn Braley Show. So you know what I'm saying. But anyway, you can leave your comments over on the Facebook page, and you'll find that page at thejolynnbraeleyshow.com. And just click like to like the page. I'll give you a shout out on an upcoming show, and also leave me a comment to tell me what you'd like to hear me talk about. That would be very cool. All right, I have a couple questions for you to ask yourself today, and I highly recommend that you write them down pen on paper, because if you write pen on paper, there's a connection that occurs between the head, the hand, and the heart that you don't get if you just listen or if you type on a keyboard. Why would you want to get out pen and paper? So that you can get the most out of this free weight loss podcast. I mean, after all, it's free. Why wouldn't you want to get the most out of it? Why wouldn't you want to see if you can get some shifts out of this podcast today? All right, so the first question, just write the question down and then write down your answer. And if you need to, of course, you can just pause the podcast. The first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is my poverty mindset? On a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is my poverty mindset? And how do you know you have a poverty mindset? You keep telling yourself you have to do it all alone, that you should just be able to lose weight alone, and that, there's no way that you could ever hire anybody to help you, because there's no way that you have money to do that. You just wouldn't allocate the money to do it. And, you're not valuing yourself. And also, you have a poverty mindset when you feel fear quite often about this food and weight topic. You feel fear about your body, and you feel like there's not enough, there's not enough time to lose 20 pounds in 20 days, which is really, really damaging to even think that you should do that, or that that's healthy. But there are many, many people out there who buy into that. I just talked to somebody recently who said that she dropped 30 pounds in a month once by just not eating any carbs. And hey, you know what? There's all kinds of crazy diets out there. Does it mean it's healthy? Does it mean it's sane? Does it mean that you're going to heal your binge eating and your emotional eating by doing these things? No, just like she didn't. As soon as the 30 days was up, she gained all the weight back and even extra. The binge eating just came back like a vengeance. So again, this first question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how severe is my poverty mindset? Question number 2, what exactly am I doing to heal my poverty mindset? Because here's the thing, what I suggest at least, now of course you don't have to make any changes in your life, but if you want to have a rockin' life and you want to have a rockin' body while you're living that life, then what you would want to do, the wise thing to do, the smart thing to do, would be to get an abundant mindset. And you can't have an abundant mindset if your mindset is fat. And how do you know your mindset is fat? Well, a fat mindset matches a fat body. And again, what is the fat? What is the fat mindset? It's based in fear-attracting thoughts. So just look at, how often do you feel fearful, worried, anxious, hopeless, depressed? How often do you feel negativity about your weight situation and about your inability to stop emotional eating or stop compulsive overeating? All of these things are part of the fear, and they're part of the fat. The fat that's on your body is only a symptom of the life problems that created that result. It's not even about what you think it is, and that's why the diets haven't solved the problem permanently. So you need to have a plan. And that's the third question. What exactly is my step-by-step proven strategy, my step-by-step proven system? What's my plan? for getting an abundant mindset and getting a weight loss mindset. And this might sound funny that I'm talking about an abundant mindset when what you want to do is lose weight. And you might think, well, all I need is a weight loss mindset. But if that weight loss mindset doesn't help you to increase your belief in abundance, and if you continue to hang on to a poverty mindset, then you still haven't really made the shift that you need to make. So you've got to have a strategy. You've got to have steps that you take each day so that you're moving towards the right mindset, so that you're moving towards the super easy weight loss, so that you are moving towards where you want to be. Now, even as I'm saying these things and you're writing down your system and your strategy for accomplishing getting the right mindset so that you can, ultimately what you want is permanent weight loss, right? You want permanent weight loss, I hope. I hope you're not just looking to lose 20 pounds in 20 days and then just gain it back again, which is what most people do. But hopefully you want permanent weight loss, so you have to get the right mindset for that. You've got to become thin, slender, sexy, strong, confident, healthy, fit. You need to be all of those things on the inside in order for it to be easy to be that on the outside. So what's your strategy for that? And if you're sitting there and you're saying, this sounds too confusing and too hard, and I don't have a strategy, I have no idea how to do this, then again, the easiest way to get this done so that you can have permanent weight loss, be free of the struggle, be free of the anxiety, be free of the stress, be free of the drama, is to just hire a coach who has the system to help you. Hire a stellar permanent weight loss coach and get it done. Hopefully on today's podcast, you've been able to realize how your mindset has been holding you back and how a poverty mindset will keep you fat. Hopefully you've gained some paradigm shifts today, and I've helped you to open your eyes to what's really going on. Hopefully you can see that, wow, yeah, I really don't have a weight problem. I have a mindset problem. I have a life problem. And hopefully you can see and you can hear that it doesn't have to be hard to get the results you want. It doesn't have to be hard to achieve permanent weight loss as long as you do it from the inside out, and as long as you have a proven system to work with. You need to have steps that work, that have worked for others who have come before you, just like the folks I've worked with in the Inner Self Diet. I don't think I ever finished telling you the story about Laura, now that I think of it. I told you about the part where she thought she could do it on her own and everything got worse over the year while she was trying to do things on her own. And then when she enrolled in the Inner Self Diet and she hired me as her permanent weight loss coach, she did release her struggles. I don't think I told you that part, but you can hear all about that over at fearlessfatloss.com. And there's a video there too of her, and you can also read her testimonial. She went from depression to struggle-free weight loss. That is the big jump that she made. And she did it all by just doing the proven steps. And she was 15, I believe it was 15 pounds over her ideal weight when she enrolled in the Inner Self Diet, and she did release that weight without struggle. And I also talked to her recently, and she's still struggle-free. So yeah, you can have those results too. Just make sure that you go about it from the inside out. Because, like Einstein says, the definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing over and over again while expecting a different result. And why would you want to keep making yourself insane by beating your head against the wall with more diets that have never worked for you anyway, right? Okay, so be sure to head on over to the JoLynnBraleyShow.com. Click like to like our Facebook page. You'll get a shout out from me on an upcoming show. And if you're subscribed in iTunes, go ahead and give the show a 5-star rating. This is absolutely, definitely, positively a kick-ass 5-star show. Why? Because I am telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth that diet and exercise programs, while they are important, obviously you've got common sense. You know that you need to live a healthy lifestyle in order to have the body you want. That is common sense. But that part of the process is only 10%. 90% of achieving permanent success with your weight is about your inner self. It's about your mindset. And maybe you've never heard this before. Many people haven't. Most people haven't. Most people are brainwashed by the mainstream diet industry to believe that all you have to do is just do another diet. Well, guess what? Dieting doesn't work. And in fact, dieting makes a lot of people even fatter. It just messes up your metabolism. You have to be able to heal your inner self, heal the root of why you ever became overweight in the first place, get a weight loss mindset, achieve struggle-free weight loss, make it permanent, make it last, and then you can move on. Move the heck on from this stuff. It's just not any fun to be stuck there, is it? After you give us a 5-star rating on iTunes, give us a 5-star review, share in the comments. What's your biggest aha from the show? Tell us what's a paradigm shift you've gotten. Tell us about it. That would be great to read. So next week's episode, can emotional eating really be cured? Really? Can emotional eating really be cured? This is JoLynn Braley, permanent weight loss coach, weight loss mindset expert, and founder of the Inner Self Diet, which is the proven step-by-step system for making weight loss easy and fun from the inside out. And you have been listening to The JoLynn Braley Show. You can head on over to fearlessfatloss.com/show-bonus. That's show-bonus. To learn more by grabbing your free 5-day e-course there. And you will learn what's really been stopping you from losing weight for good and also what you can do about it. You'll also be able to answer the question, is your mindset fit or fat? Thanks so much for tuning in today. Please tell your friends about the JoLynn Braley Show. Don't they deserve freedom from the struggle also? Don't they deserve it? If they're your friends, you care about them, and they deserve to feel awesome in their own skin. They deserve freedom from the struggle. So go ahead and share the JoLynn Braley Show with them. Here's to your best life in your ideal body.